Hey guys, welcome to the clubhouse. I'm Billy Jackson. This is my cat Tack. Poor guy, for those of you who don't know, he has to wear his cone because he has to protect himself from messing with his tail. He's got a growth on his tail and he's going to have to get his tail removed. So poor guy's not doing well, and hopefully he'll be okay. I've been assured by my friends that he'll be fine, so I'm hopeful for the best. But anyway, thoughts out to old Tack Boy. He's been with us since the first video, and I've had him since he was born, 16 years, him and his sister. But anyway, that's Tack, and our review today is for Westworld Season 2, Episode 8. I almost forgot what I was doing. Anyway, loved this episode. This is actually in rival with my favorite episode of the series so far, which is episode 4 of season 2, and that is on rival with episode 1. So episode 1 from season 1, episode 4 from season 2, and now this episode are all rivaled together with my favorite episodes. These are awesome, mainly because we finally get to see what's going on with the Ghost Nation, the whole Indian tribe that's been around since season 1 that really haven't had, any information about. They give us all this information throughout the 2 seasons about everything else going on except them. They're the mystery, and that's why they're the Ghost Nation, and now we finally get it, I can't remember the Indian's name, but he's the one explaining to Maeve's daughter, everything that's going on with him, that he knows everything that's going on. He was alive as a host for 10 years before he died, and that's when he realized he had to die to get back to get to the Mesa, which is where they do all the host work. And just figuring all that out, you see how he's a host that with no help from the outside world or of any kind, he on his own figured it out, that he's a host. And he comes across that hole in the ground where they got those stacks, those pillars of whatever's in those containers. Could be people. I've heard some reviewers say that it could be people in those things, which makes sense to me. So that if it is that, I think it's really cool and really interesting, and I can't wait to see where they go with that. This episode makes me even more excited about the finale of the season. I think it's going to be awesome. But just seeing the perspective of this whole Westworld storyline going on from his point of view, we've always seen the Ghost Nation from everybody else's point of view, but we get to see it from his, and he sees he's in love with this woman, and and to realize that he's not a real person, that he's this machine, and everybody else he knows and loves is a machine. And he goes back, he gets himself repaired, then he goes back into the Westworld scene, and he tries to find his love, and she's been replaced by that other host. I mean, that was powerful. That was some good stuff. I mean, this whole episode was good. And then they're he's trying to explain to the girl, about the man in black, that, he needs to do what he needs to do with him, and she's afraid of him, because he's come to kill her and her mom, throughout. That's the part of the storyline. And oh my gosh, and then his sister arrives, I'll take care of him, whatever, what I'll do to him is much, much worse. I mean, I can't wait to see what happens to the old man in black, because I love that character. I'm not sure about his daughter so far. I know she's tough. They've definitely shown us that she's a tough cookie, just like him. And he raised her, so she's probably even more, dare I say, badass than him. But we'll see. Something's coming between them. So I'm excited about seeing that. I like the guy that's the whole Maeve thing going on. Where she's getting repaired, and she was almost not going to, but that, what's that Sizemore, the actor, his name's Sizemore, but what's his character's name? I can't remember off the top of my head, but, he takes up for her, is he falling in love with her? I mean, I don't know what's going on, but the way he's protecting her now, I think is really interesting, and I want to see where that goes, because, he's been kind of like a a hostage of hers, and that being said, it's kind of the Nightingale effect is what it's called, when the captive becomes enamored with the captor. But anyway, I think that's what's going on with them, and I like that, but I think it's just more interesting stuff. This show is just, it's so friggin' interesting where they go. They threw me in a whole different direction this episode. I was not expecting this, and that's probably another reason why I like it so much, just because I love to get in the whole Ghost Nation background. I needed that so far. So now I'm even pumped up, because once this season's over, I'm probably going to rewatch the whole thing, season 1 over again, because we get a lot of information just in these past few episodes about stuff that happened in the first. So I'm excited about going back and rewatching that. But anyway, love the episode. Looking forward to episode 9 coming up tomorrow. So we'll see what happens then, and you'll see my review coming up on Tuesday for that. And for those of you who don't know, I'm moving next week, and the whole scenery around the clubhouse is going to change after that. So get prepared and get excited. And more videos coming with hopefully better lighting and different backgrounds, so that you guys don't have to see the same old thing every time. But anyway, that being said, remember to like my videos and subscribe to the channel, and as always, make yourself happy every day, and the only way to do that is to remember the only thing stopping you is you stopping.